YouTube, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Now, I can't lie, this Charlie Kirk shooter situation is very suspicious. That's what we're reacting to. Charlie Kirk did pass away, yesterday, as the time of recording. And, when it comes to politics, I kind of don't like politics because I'm, whether you're left, right, center, I don't care. I'll be honest, I've heard a lot of what Charlie Kirk says, and I don't agree with some of the things he says. I do think some of the things he says are kind of fucking wild, in my opinion. He says some diabolical shit, but there's some times where I agree with them. So I agree to disagree. But does he deserve to die? I mean, no. That's just my opinion. And what my biggest problem is that people are trying to make this a left versus right thing, and I'm in the middle. In my opinion, I think no matter who you vote for, you're fucked regardless, because our country is broken and there's nothing that we can do about it. And it's actually the Democratic Party's fault and Trump. They're all the problem. But that's just where I go with that. I don't really get too deep into politics, but this shit is a little wild.
There's something very weird going on with this Charlie Kirk situation. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before, ever. Charlie Kirk was murdered in broad daylight, in cold blood, in front of thousands of people.
The sniper was like 200 feet away. Like, he was far away.
Now, when the incident first happened, within minutes, they told us, we got our guy. We got the suspect in custody.
Yeah,
but after being told that this was the shooter, that this was the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, even the optics showed that he was a criminal. They was dragging him away, both feet in the air, told him not get.
Yeah, it turns out, this wasn't the guy. I think they caught the other guy though. Maybe, I don't know.
An opportunity to pull up his pants while people are screaming.
All I'm hoping for though, with all the shit that Charlie Kirk be saying, I hope it's not a black guy. I hope a nigga didn't do this, bro. I hope a black person did not do this. I hope the person is some different race, because I mean, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
For sure thought, okay, yeah, this the guy. Then we found out an hour or so later, no, this is not the guy. He was released from custody. Then we said, okay, that's weird. Arresting the wrong guy and treating him in that manner seems like something really big to just mess up. So, but we thought, okay, maybe, listen, man, all right, the description is an older white male with similar clothing on, and they just arrested the wrong older white male with similar clothing on. Come to find out, that theory would be wrong, because they took another person in custody. This time, the description is the opposite.
It's either, in my opinion, either a left extremist liberal retard fucking did it, or the CIA planned it. I'm just gonna keep it a bean, bro. One of the two, bro.
Of the initial suspect that was arrested.
And this whole situation just shows how broken our society is as a country. People are celebrating this man's death. I mean, the guy is just a fucking debater. Like, he just debates people. You know what I mean? He just debates. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't agree with everything that he said, but there's some things I agree with. I mean, some things are common sense that I agree with, but other things I just straight up, he did say some wild, especially with black people. I'm not gonna lie, he did say some wild shit, but, I don't think the guy is evil. I don't think he deserves to die. Nobody deserves to die for having a political opinion. And the fact that y'all are celebrating this, y'all want a country where y'all basically want a civil war. These niggas want a civil war. Y'all want it, and it's going to happen. I feel like a civil war, it's either a revolution is going to happen or a civil war, one of the two. I feel like a revolution is going to happen for sure, though. Our country is cooked, y'all. It's been like this for decades. We've had too many failed presidents, too many failed policies, too many times these past few decades. It's just, and it's too late to fix the country now. The country is broken, and all we could do is just pray that we get someone that comes in office that actually knows what they're doing. But which I think we will. I think America will make a comeback. It just won't be the same country as it was before because we'll be better. And all these other countries like Russia are so bitter because they're gonna be the next America. They're gonna be the ones with all the next problems. That's why they're so bitter with us. Um, it's just too late. It's too late to make a great America great again. What we really need to do is we just need to move on and we need to focus on bettering the country, and that's all we need to focus on. You know, and I feel like what the problem is that like they're trying to make this a left versus right thing. This is not a left versus right thing. If you can't speak a political opinion and you feel like you deserve to die because of your political opinion, I think your mindset is fucked. I think you're a sick individual if you're just. I just think you're sick if you're just cheering this guy's death, on, in front of his wife and kids. I saw the video, by the way. I don't know if I said that. I saw the fucking video. Blood gushing out of his neck. He like instant cooked. I don't think he deserves to die, but he did say some wild ass shit though. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, like I said, when it comes to these debaters and these politicians, y'all just gotta learn to agree to disagree on both sides. Both sides are bad. Y'all need to just be in the middle. We need to unite. That's the only way the country's gonna get better. If we unite together and we tackle this problem head on, despite our differences, and better the country. That's all that's gonna work. But if we keep fighting with each other and killing each other for having political opinions, it's never going to get better, and things are going to get worse, which things are going to get worse. The economy is going to get worse. Things are going to get worse. I know you guys, I know you guys, don't like hearing this, but you doesn't matter if you vote Democrat or Republican, you're fucked either ways.
Well, I mean, one thing we also learned was that the gun wasn't recovered at the scene. So it sounds
of course
like
not.
He managed to do his pre-operational planning, find that spot, line it up where he thought, his victim would be, take out Kirk with a single bullet, pack up the weapon.
Yeah, this nigga knew what he was doing. This nigga was experienced.
Maybe break it down, put it into a smaller bag. If you get off that roof, you have access right to a parking lot where he could have easily gotten into a car and left. In the video canvas, what we don't know. Did they get a good image of him, or was it just the clothing? Were they able to get a license plate reader of a car leaving that took them to a name? But we know there's an individual about 25 years old who's in custody as that person of interest. But this is where it starts, not where it finishes. That means getting, as Evan pointed out, a search warrant for the house, a search warrant for the car. Do you then recover the gun? Can you match the ballistics? They have a lot of work to do tonight. And they have to figure out, was he acting alone? Who else is there? Who's he in communications with? They have a lot of work to do tomorrow, too.
That left me even more confused. So the suspect is actually 25 years old, and he actually doesn't fit the description of the 60-plus-year-old man y'all arrested initially at all. Then why was a 60-plus-year-old man arrested in the first place? That was my first sign. Okay, yeah, there's something.
Yeah, and this is why I say it's either a left extremist that knows what they're doing and is very experienced with this kind of shit, or this was a setup by the CIA. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Someone in our government did this shit. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. They had this shit planned out, and it's one of the two. It's just weird, and I don't trust. I'm telling y'all right now, all these niggas in office, bro. None of them know what they're doing. They're just winging it, bro. It's been like this. They don't know what they're doing. Trump supporters, I'm sorry to y'all niggas. And to the liberal fucking retard lunatics out there. They're all retarded. Trump's just the smartest of all the retards. They don't really know what they're doing. None of them do. Either that or they're corrupted.
Confusing going on.
None of them do, bro.
I don't feel like the personnel know what they're doing at this point in time as they investigate Charlie Kirk's murder at all. But at this particular point in time, they believe the 25-year-old that was in custody was the shooter. The FBI director, Kash Patel, he even came to Twitter with a fist in the air, letting people know, we got our guy. We are.
And this is why I think like this is why I be feeling like it's a setup from our government sometimes. I feel like like I said, like it's not a surprise that somebody on our government would want to do this to keep people distracted from the fact that the country is falling apart. I'm just gonna be honest, you guys. I really, I'm sorry for Charlie Kirk's death. If I hope I hope his family's doing well. You know what I mean? It's just a sad situation.
Arrested Charlie Kirk shooter. He's in custody at the moment.
It's just a weird.
Patel writes, the subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody. Thank you to the local and state authorities in Utah for your partnership with FBI. We will provide updates when able. So, bro, when you're thanking them for their work, it kind of had the tone of, like the investigation, it's a wrap. All right, we got our subject in custody. We're going to move forward investigating him, trying to get the house subpoena, the house search, and things of that order. He was speaking as if it was a done deal, as if it was a wrap. But usually when it's a done deal and it's a wrap, we would have the name of who the shooter is. We'll have the picture, the image of who the shooter is. We'll have an idea of what the shooter's identity is, but that never came out. And minutes went by, and videos began to surface of what people will say is the alleged shooter that was arrested and put in custody at the moment. But that shooter, or the person who was being put in custody, if that's the 25-year-old, is not 25 at all. It looks like that's another person with another demographic that was being arrested and put in custody.
I think they just found the guy right outside of Carry On. Rifle on this dude's dash, and they just handcuffed him.
This is just weird. I mean, this whole thing is weird, bruh. I feel like just part of it is that our FBI, is just fucking retarded. I'm just gonna be honest, But, I don't know. What scary times we live in, bro. What scary fucking times. Over a political opinion, I mean, our country's just so broken, bro. It's so cooked. It's so fucking cooked, bro.
I don't know about y'all. That don't look like no 25-year-old. That looks like a man who's in his mid-40s, to say the least. Mid-40s, maybe 50s. So it looks like that's another suspect. All right. So we're asking, okay, where's the 25-year-old? What's his identity? Before we could really speculate, because people were beginning to speculate that the 25-year-old was this random Twitter account that belonged to this like transgender who made a threat to Charlie Kirk the day before he got to campus, claiming that something bad was going to happen the day of campus. So everybody was already running with the assumption the 25-year-old was this transgender dude on Twitter.
Oh, if it's a shooter, baby, the community. So this person here goes to the university. Of course, they, them, and look at what he said yesterday. He says here, Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone evaporates him, literally. And then he writes, let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. So a student is saying this yesterday.
So was this a setup? Like, this was obviously a setup. Like, the person who did it obviously knows what the fuck they're doing.
And I also find it very, very odd that the person asking the question was asking Charlie about shooters before he got shot. So FBI, Cash Patel, whoever the fuck this dude is, yeah, I think you should look into this.
This is it. Yep, there it is. Right, green.
Oh my god, do not show the video.
Have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Too many. Because seriously, we went on the trigger, we're glad to hear it, and everything's fine. Okay, now mine is a lot, right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counts it or not counting gang violence. Great.
Yeah.
So you're going to try and tell me that this student last night said, oh, just wait for something big to happen tomorrow. And then the person asking the question was asking about.
It could just be purely coincidence. I mean, these people, some of these people are just fucking retarded. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, it is what it is. There's probably a lot of people that wish death on Charlie Kirk. Let's be honest. I mean, it could just be that. I'm just going to be honest.
Shooters and he gets shot. I'm just saying. And if the shooter is this fucking psychotic community, oh, y'all going down, motherfucker.
Come to find out, that was not the shooter that was in custody.
Oh, yeah.
And as of now, there's no word on whether or not that person has been questioned or arrested. But the shooter that was actually in custody, or the alleged shooter that was in custody, the 25-year-old, his name is Zachariah Qureshi. And up until about an hour ago, everybody was reporting that this was the guy who killed Charlie Kirk. Come to find out, that's not true. But then Kash Patel came back to Twitter and let us know, yeah, sorry, we thought we had him. We don't got the shooter, people. The 25-year-old that we had in custody.
Bro, this nigga Kash Patel, bro, this nigga be pissing me off sometimes, bro. Like, how you gonna say that you got it? Like these niggas don't communicate with each other. These people are so, like, stop saying you got the nigga when you don't got him. Like, oh my fucking goodness, bro.
We released him because he had
just
nothing
wait.
To do with it. See, Kash Patel took to Twitter and he says the subject in custody has been
oh my
released
goodness,
after an
bro.
interrogation by law enforcement. Our investigation continues, and we will continue to release information in interest of transparency. There's something scary and spooky going on here, bro. The shooter was able to shoot Charlie Kirk precisely, and he was able to aim and hit his mark 200 yards away on his belly on a roof.
Yeah. He perfect right into the neck. Like, whoever did it was experienced, bro. They knew what the fuck they were doing.
Hit his target. And
it was
he was
planned.
Able to pack up, break his gun down like this, pack it up, and get out of there.
Yeah.
Before being identified, seen, or caught by anybody. Nah,
there's some. I'm telling y'all, it's either a left extremist fucking retard lunatic that knows what the fuck he's doing, or it was a setup by our own government to distract us from really what's going on in the world. And how, you know what I mean?
Professional who did that.
Yeah,
bro.
It was a professional for sure.
A professional now, had to be, man. Yo, to pack up that good. Nah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Now, listen, I can't recall a time where somebody this high profile got murdered in broad daylight in public like this in a mass shooting fashion, and we don't know who did it within a few hours. Come on, bro. The only people capable of doing something this clean and undetected is a professional.
Yeah, professional. Someone within our own government, or just someone who, it could just be a left extremist that just hates Charlie, and you know what I mean?
Now, Trump did address the country and spoke about Charlie Kirk. Now, I'll say this, maybe it's somewhat of a good thing that the killer has not been identified before Trump's speech, because it kind of gives Trump the opportunity to come and just express himself. If the killer or the shooter was identified and their identity fits within the bubble of the people they've been trying to disseminate or tell people to fear, like trans shooters or like black folks or Mexican folks.
I really hope it's not a black person, though. I really fucking hope it's not a black person, you guys. I really fucking hope.
If the shooter
I really hope it's not
that category, we might have heard a more divisive speech from Trump, but I think for the most part, Trump gave a speech, that was pushing for unification of America right now.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot, who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Y'all made this nigga a martyr too. Like that was actually whoever did this. If it was someone who just doesn't like Charlie Kirk, I just want to let you know you're fucking retarded. You just made this nigga a martyr, bro. But I mean, you know, we should unite. Like that's we have to unite. Despite our differences, we can't just be shooting each other. All y'all celebrating. You do not want to live in a country like that. You don't want to live in a country where when you have an opinion, you know, you'll get killed for it. You know what I mean? You don't want to live in that country. Shut the fuck up with that dumb celebration shit. You should have at least some. You could be happy that he died, but don't fucking celebrate it. That's ridiculous. And it just gives more people on the right more leverage to talk shit. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I think this whole situation is just ridiculous. Regardless of if I agree with the person or not, they should not die for their opinion. The guy's a debater. He's not a fucking. You know what I mean? He's not a politician. He's just a debater. You know what I mean?
And there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith. And we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young...
y'all might not... I didn't agree with everything that he said. I think some of the things he said was fucking wild. I'm just like, come on, bro. But like, look, like, he's just a debater. Like, I don't, like he really is. He's not a fucking politician or not. Like, he's just a debater, bro. Good faith debating. You know what I mean?
People into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible.
You're not wrong.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I have my personal issues with you, Trump, but you know, I mean, it's just the left has gone too radical. They've gone too crazy. You're like, we gotta meet in the middle, y'all. You can't just kill a nigga or celebrate someone's death. That's fucking sick. It's sick, bro. You know, but you know, that's always been the case of history. You're always gonna have people cheer. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm pretty sure most people. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Charlie Kirk, but I don't think he deserves to die. You know, it was just going
so good, and then he hit us with, you know, like the division. I do believe language like this is divisive because I don't feel like it'll be a victory.
I agree with Trump, but at the same time, you're the fucking problem too. You know what I mean?
If somebody retaliated and a famous leftist creator got hit, I don't feel like anybody will feel like, oh, mission accomplished, job is no. I feel like we're in this together.
Yeah, we're in this together. Like, it left, right, center, doesn't fucking matter. Nobody deserves to die. Even if you're a retard lunatic on the left, you don't deserve to die. Even if you're a retard Trump supporter, you don't deserve to die. Nobody deserves to die. You know, and it's been like this. I mean, you got a lot of shit going on. You got this shit. You got the the illegal immigrant pushing that Ukrainian woman into the fucking train. You got the fucking, like, our country is like, it's just getting worse. We're getting desensitized to this shit. And that's how you know our country is falling apart. We do need to unite. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We need to unite. Regardless if you like who's in office, who's running things, who's the main, I don't care. We have to agree to disagree. We have to come together. If we don't agree on something, we just don't agree on something. We just gotta learn to accept these things. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And I don't feel like rhetoric demonizing and vilifying the left, I don't feel like that would help us as America right now, because we
No,
need
it's
healing,
not.
bro. We're too divided.
This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence.
And that's the thing. You're giving these niggas, you're giving Trump to y'all motherfuckers that are cheering on, and the motherfucker who killed him. Y'all are only making this nigga a martyr, and you're giving these niggas more reasons to go even harder, bro. You're giving them more reasons. It doesn't make the situation better. You're giving this nigga more reasons to go harder. Stop, bro.
Including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year,
oh yeah, this
which
nigga
killed
got
a husband,
this got 2 assassination attempts.
and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others. Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God.
Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you think can heal America right now?
We just need to unite. That's just what it is. We just need to unite. It's that simple. We need to stop, you know, we really need to focus on progress in this country. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we need to focus. We need to unite. It's getting ridiculous. We are way too divided. We need to come together. This country's never gonna get better. And I really have a belief that a civil war is gonna happen. I'm being dead ass, bro. I'm being dead ass. It's gonna fucking happen eventually if this shit keeps up. We need to start having some morals and like, you live in America. If you don't like American values, why live here? Seriously, I don't get it. I don't get that. You know what I mean? I think this I mean, let's be honest. I mean, our country is broken. Our country has a lot of issues, but do I still think that we still have a chance. You know what I mean? But the reality is that our country is cooked. It's so cooked. I mean, the fact that we even have to deal with this shit nowadays, it just shows how broken it is. Our system is broken. Our society is broken. We just need to come together. We need to fix these problems, like, permanently. Like, it's just, it's sad, bro. But I don't know. It's.
What do you think is the path with the least resistance, or the path that you believe right now the country needs? Because I don't feel like the path of where we point fingers and blame other people for.
Yes, and that's the problem with y'all niggas. I already know Trump supporters and fucking, these retard fucking liberal lunatics are gonna start fucking arguing with each other. Y'all are all retarded, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I'm just gonna be honest, but look, man. I mean, We can't just be pointing fingers. Oh, if it was Joe Biden, this would have happened. Oh, if it was Trump or if it was Obama, shut the fuck up, nigga. Stop with that shit, bro. I'm getting sick of this shit, bro. I mean,
that's gonna lead us down a dark path very fast. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think, man? And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen.
You know, it's not funny. If you think this is funny, I mean, you know, get ready for a rude awakening, because a civil war is gonna happen. Our government's gonna collapse. Our country is broken. We have too many failed presidents, too many failed policies. We've had too many of these politicians that they argue with each other. They're not willing to agree to disagree. Our country is fucked. It is what it is, man. I mean, I hope for the best, but you know, I hope y'all having a good breakfast, a good dinner, a good night. I love y'all, man. Peace.